That's right, you are with the Omega level nerds, or Volsker, J100, Jelly Rose, and myself, D Square. We are going to talk nerdy to you on a variety of awesome topics like we do each and every week. So let's get right into our topics, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to start on a little bit of a sad note. Unfortunately, David Prowse, who plays Darth Vader in the original Star Wars trilogy, has died at the age of 83. This was actually something that Jelly shared in a little chat that we have amongst the Omega level nerds. And when I first saw it, I really didn't have a reaction to it and didn't think it was really that noteworthy. But then I quickly thought, wait a minute, do you understand how much time of your life you have spent watching this dude? And yeah, I was like, yeah, that's a lot. Because let me explain a little pedigree of mine, at least with Star Wars. I'm the type of Star Wars fan that actually has been in the theaters to see an original Star Wars movie, Return of the Jedi. My grandmother took me when I was 2 years old. Now, we were probably kicked out after I wouldn't stop crying, but it counts. Nonetheless, this very same grandmother, and mind you, I'm talking about the 80s here, like the mid 80s. So when a movie came out, what would happen is 2 years later or so, they would release it on VHS. Now, most people couldn't afford $100 to buy a movie, so they went to the rental place. And if you were savvy or had enough money or willing to break FBI laws, you could buy an additional recorder so that when you rented those movies, you could bring them back and copy them. And my grandmother did this with the Star Wars movies.
Please tell me it was bookseller.
Of course it was bookseller. Absolutely. So I say that to say this. I watch those movies over and over and over and over again. It's probably why I'm not a movie guy, because I compared every movie to Star Wars, and until like Blade, I felt they were woefully lacking. So, anyway, I say that to say, yeah, I've watched this dude play Darth Vader probably more times than I've done anything else other than sleep and breathe. He was 6'4", big muscle guy. What was funny is he was offered the role of Chewbacca, but he didn't want to. He didn't want to wear a mask. So they presented him with, hey, well, how about the main villain? And after just hearing that, he was like, boom, I'll take it. And unbeknownst to him, he did have to end up wearing a mask. And
One of the most iconic masks.
The most iconic mask in my book. And some of you may be saying, wait a minute, didn't James Earl Jones play Darth Vader? No, he voiced Darth Vader. Because as imposing as David Prowse was, I've actually seen some outtakes with him doing the Vader lines, and he talks like this. He's an English gentleman. He says, I know you're a rebel, I know you're a rebel traitor, take her away. And it doesn't work. So you pop, the god of all voiceovers, James Earl Jones in there, and boom, we've got Darth Vader. So, just clearing that.
I came to George Lucas and we're like, you know what? We have the perfect actor for Darth Vader. All right, let's see him act. You do that voice.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, so call James Earl Jones. Call him right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it goes from,
I'm sure that's what happened.
When I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master. To when I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master. I mean, yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
So there we go.
I'm your father.
Yeah, exactly. But nonetheless, he was an imposing figure, and him being who he was, 6'4", I mean, he absolutely helped make Darth Vader. So after second thought, I did say, you know what, this is absolutely something that I have some things to say. So, sad news. hate to see that, but definitely an icon and someone, from what I understand, was just an awesome person. Did the cons and stuff, and was just great to everybody around. So
I'm gonna be that guy. 2020 is a fucking bitch when it comes to celebrity deaths.
I I,
Yeah,
I
it's been
will
bad.
I will say the quantity has certainly been maybe just because it's 2020. I don't know, but you're right. It does seem a little disproportionate to other years. Quick note, by the way, I guess, mentioning celebrity deaths, I do believe that today is Chadwick Boseman's birthday. So for those
She
of
would have
you,
been 44.
44 years old. Yep. But there we go. So David
Cancer,
Prowse.
man.
Yeah, fuck cancer. Fuck it.
Not in the good way.
Right, exactly.
You know, there's
We
actually
have
a
to
charity
clarify.
called Fuck Cancer.
Internet Rule 34.
Yes, Internet Rule 34.
I gotta go. No,
Oh my god.
I'm not even gonna make that joke.
All right. Well, hey, all right. So let's talk about it. The Mandalorian. I know Jelly. I don't know. You know what? I'm not going to assume. Did you happen to decide to watch it yet or no? Just I have to
So Hubs has 3 weeks left of school. So I
Okay.
plan on us getting caught up on like everything once he's done with school.
check. Okay. So 3 weeks. That okay, around the finale, I guess we
I'll
should
take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Score.
I mean, I don't take it, but I'll take it.
Yeah. You know what? You're going to watch it and I don't know. I just
Then you're gonna be like, "Why did I wait this long?" And I'll be like,
Especially after this episode.
Right though.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I almost want you to take your headphones off, Jelly, and wait till we're like, hey, and then put them back on. Because,
Yeah.
spoiler.
I'm not going to
Almost.
remember any of it.
Okay,
See, that's the
very
great
well.
thing about me
I
is
don't
that
either.
it doesn't matter how many spoilers I
believe
see.
you.
It doesn't matter, what I see. Like, you know
No.
how many spoilers I seen for freaking Games of
Episode
Thrones,
is
and
that
I know
good.
nothing. I know nothing
All right.
Episode
I mean,
about that at all.
for your sake, I hope you're right. I truly do. So, yeah, The Mandalorian. The episode, of course, named The Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
And who do we see within the first, 3 minutes of the episode? Well, maybe longer. There was some still shots and whatnot. But Ahsoka Tano, in all her dual white lightsaber glory, storming this town. She's actually on, the outside environs. There's some, woods. And, yeah, that was just cool to see how, she'd ignite her lightsabers, dispatch somebody real quick, turn it back off, disappear into the mist. That was just some cool-ass shit.
Yeah. I loved it. As soon as I saw, I was like, oh shit, it's about to go down.
Yeah, so that was cool. Being 5 minutes into that, and you're watching that shit right there. So that was awesome. Movie quality stuff.
And can we say, without a shadow of a doubt, Rosario Dawson fucking killed it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's like almost the perfect role.
It
Yeah.
was insane how perfect she was for it.
Actually, one of the complaints I have involves the fact that she's so good that I don't know if you can remember the scene, but at one point she looked back and did that Ahsoka grin, and it looked exactly like what you see in the Clone Wars and everything. My complaint comes for it was on there for a second, and then they went away from it. But she had the perfect just little Ahsoka grin, and for whatever reason they cut away real quick. But I mean, it was awesome, and I'm just saying I think they could have dwelled on it for another second or two to really punch it in there. So yeah, she's kicking ass in that role, and I want to see more. Although I kind of doubt we're gonna see her again in this series.
The way I took it is during the conversation, it kind of looked like she would be back at one point.
I don't know if I believe she will be back in the. I hope so. I don't know. But you're right. She's in that town, and the person that's mentioned at the end of the episode might come to that location and
Right.
seek revenge. I really do pity people that are watching this show. I don't want to say pity, but I kind of understand. There's two different levels here to where people can enjoy this show, and there's just an extra level for somebody like me. Quick example. So at the end of this episode, we find out that Ahsoka Tano is looking for Grand Admiral Thrawn, and when she said that name, I'm like, whoa, and my wife's like, who's that? So, I mean, nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, I just love the show, and I think it's the best there ever is. But I can see the different levels where there's these just names that are getting dropped, things that you're seeing that I just kind of know all about, so it's exciting, and others may just be like, oh, it's but it's still
But
cool nonetheless.
there was such a big gap. It was such a big gap for between Force Awakens and Return of the Jedi that you got to fill that hole. There was some shit that was going down before the First Order came around.
Yeah, absolutely. Hell, they could even get to the Yuzon Vong and all sorts of shit. Man,
That means where the fuck is Gorgu then?
Gorgu? Who's Gorgu? That's right. We learn. What do we learn, Jay?
Child, man. He's got a name.
He's got a name. It is
He's a fucking Jedi.
Yes, he is Gorgu. He did exist during the Clone Wars, was trained by many Jedi Masters, and was hid away during Order 66.
Oh, yeah.
And he is using the Force to hide his
wait,
own
what
powers.
are you talking about? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the child, the baby Yoda, who we now know is Gorgu. So, yeah, that's a great question, Bolster. Like, where the hell is he?
Old. Shut up.
Yep. So, yeah, that's interesting that they're saying that he was around. They just put so many layers onto this. It's awesome to me. I love it.
And they're like taking a needle and just threading it through the lore in such a strategic manner. It is like, honestly, if they keep doing like this, we won't even need Star Wars movies. They could just make TV series like this and flesh everything out.
I mean, if that's what it takes.
I mean, no, you got to progress a little bit and you got to do both, because you got to look at it like this. Technically, the Palpatine saga, you can say, ended, and so you can call this because I don't call it the Skywalker saga, I call it the Palpatine saga.
Sure.
But call it the Rey saga, the new light saga, or whatever the fuck. And you got to kind of continue on, but there was so much that happened in between, and there's so many people that we need to like really learn about in order to understand. Like, there needs to be a Sifo-Dyas Dooku fucking something,
right? Like a series or something where we learn all about that dynamic. Yeah.
There's gotta be I mean, they're working on it, but there's gotta be an Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Fucking give us a Knights of the Old Republic series, please.
Oh, that's gotta happen. I mean, I've said that before, but to
me, that's what I want to watch the most, is what happened before all this. Get to something completely fresh. And I think that's why I like Mandalorian.
I think it would, if they animated it, it'd be all right.
Oh, I'm talking about full on live action.
Full on live action.
I mean, okay. As a fever dream, yes. But we got then that you know what that means we got to do? That means we got to make what they're doing now
Successful.
pop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we got to get it. You got to get it. Or
Get
pretend we
get
get it and then give them money to do some other shit. That's how the game works, guys. That's how the
Everybody
game
go
works.
sign up for Disney Plus right now. Do it.
I have
Hell-
Disney Plus.
Hell yeah. That is a
Just call
a
me.
must.
Now, what do you guys think?
gotta
And I was
remember
talking
that.
to you, D, about this. Jay, do you remember when they were in the laboratory and they were talking about the child's blood? Do you think that might be
Yeah.
actually tying to Palpatine's clones?
I think it could.
Because they were all
I
deformed
watched
in the
one of those- I watched
containers.
one of those Easter egg videos or whatever. And when they were there, the beings in those capsules were it looked like Snoke, kinda. Or like I think
Yeah.
he already was doing it.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to tie it directly to something like that. Like I was telling you, Volsker, we could possibly see like this big mutant Yoda looking thing or Grogu or whatever you want.
A rancor infused Yoda.
Right, exactly. They could be splicing, Tusken Raider with a Yoda with a
Oh god.
Wampa.
It's gonna be interesting.
Weird. And with the Force at that.
Yeah, exactly. They get force
wielding.
powers. A force wheel with my strong
going
hand.
on?
Like a T-Rex trying to use the.
Yeah. Take my strong hand.
Give me your
And they
left.
start
That's not my
bouncing around
strong.
like Yoda do.
Oh god. All right. If Grogu ends up flipping and doing some shit like that, I'm losing it. That would be the best thing ever.
He seems a bit far
mean, it's
away from
gonna
that,
happen.
though.
It's gonna happen. Yeah, it's far away from it. No, I don't think he's 50. They don't age
Yeah,
like we do.
No, I know. I definitely get that, but like, at what point does he reach that like adolescence where he starts thinking he knows what's up and can do his own shit? Like,
At what point did Yoda reach that adolescence?
I
yeah,
think
no, that's
If
interesting.
you go back and listen, he already did. The reason he can't do it now was because he used the Force to basically lower his ability to prevent him from doing it, so he forgot
Right.
how to. He's already was trained.
Yeah, that'd have been interesting to get.
He was a foundling. They told him that in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah, it would have been interesting to get more tidbits from the conversation or the Force
Mm-hmm.
conversation to tell whatever you want to, however they did it between him and Ahsoka, to learn more. But obviously, we learned his name. We learned, that he was trained at the temple, and what you just said about him using the Force to suppress his Force so no one can see him, and that he sees Din Djarin, the Mandalorian, basically as a father figure. So. Yeah, that's gonna.
Nah, he's got attachment.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's legit, so, the Mandalorian's trying to give this child, Grogu, to Ahsoka.
My bad.
And she refuses.
The thing that was weird is like they call her the Jedi, but she's not a Jedi.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. I actually was waiting for her to mention something like that. It was like, I'm not a Jedi.
Clear it out. Yeah.
But she didn't.
She said, I saw what, but that's not what the Force does to people who have fear. That's what the Force does to people who had to fucking restrict their fear for the first 20 years of his fucking life. All of a sudden, he fucking flips the fuck out. Was the goddamn dark side.
Wonder who
That's
she's
how that
talking
happened.
about.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's definitely referencing, Anakin, and so there's, I think, and it makes sense character-wise for her to have a little, anxiety about it and just say, no, I'm not getting involved with this shit.
Now, you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, you said technically out of the canon lore, they wiped out Grey Jedi, correct?
Yes.
They didn't.
They didn't. Okay.
They didn't.
They didn't. Because she legit looked like a gray Jedi.
That's what I was told.
I mean, I've read that, but
she's not a great Jedi. That's
yeah,
not what it would be called. It'd just be called Ahsoka.
yeah. I mean, she is not a Jedi. She is out of the order. She was basically
Just
accused of a
badass walking around
crime.
with a white lightsaber.
Yeah, yeah. Only thing I like better than those are the black. Like,
But didn't she also say, like, when they were talking about the Jedi, she said there's not so many of us left? Like, she even, like, said, like, we are Jedi and there's not many of us
because
left.
this is 6 years after Return of the Jedi, so that's 6 years of Luke and Leia. So I mean, there's that is interesting though. Who else is there?
I'm calling this right now. Did anybody see the meme that they could bring young Luke in using the actor for oh god, a Bucky?
Oh, Stan something.
You know what? Yeah, I could kind of see that. I could kind of.
Yeah. It wouldn't be totally goofy.
What's his name? Sebastian Janikowski. What's his name?
Sebastian something.
What's his name?
Sebastian Stan, I think, or some shit like that.
He ain't the kicker from the what's the team? The who's the what's it?
Who's the what's it?
He ain't the one.
Nope.
Okay. My bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that would be interesting, but it's what other Jedi I mean, since obviously they're borrowing from the old lore that is no longer canon.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that one of the things they borrow is it's way in the future though, but there's a series called Star Wars Legacy, and the main bad guy is this person named Darth Krayt. And what's funny is he's got like the Yuzon Vong black armor, like he looks badass, but he is a Jedi from the time of before the Battle of Yavin. Al-Sharad Het is his name, and he was a Tusken Raider on Tatooine that became a Jedi, and then
a Force-sensitive Tusken Raider.
Because he's essentially human. But again, this has been stricken from canon because but that was
I mean, if you're thinking about it right now, within 6 years, the only other Jedis other than Ahsoka would be Luke and whoever he's trained so far.
Well,
was she counting people that were on the light side, or was she counting Force users?
Exactly, because
fair point. Because of Leia and all them, yeah.
But now with the what
Leia
was that?
Technically, wasn't a Jedi. She was a strong Force user on the low.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. I mean, she was trained by Luke, but as far as being a Jedi, right? I mean, she never.
I mean,
and
I
that's
guess
because they did confirm in the last movie they trained.
No, she was a Jedi. Never mind.
But I mean, to your point, Volsker, though, I don't think
like a Luke age. You call that the
new
Luke era.
order. Yeah, exactly, the new Jedi Order or whatever. But yeah, well, I don't think you can ever do away with gray Jedi per se. I don't know. I don't see that happening, because there's always to say that it's that all Force users are gonna be one or the other is just kind of, there's gonna be people that are like, wait a minute,
which is kind of basically what she's doing. She's looking out for people, but she doesn't side with really either of them.
Yeah, exactly.
But then again, also
and it's because
hiding.
she was unjustly exiled from the Jedi Order. Like, she was accused of a crime.
Bullshit.
Yeah, she was accused of a crime. Like, clearly she didn't commit. It was the stupidest thing ever. Anakin proved that she was innocent, and so they're like, yeah. So do you want to?
What's his name? Conehead motherfucker. What's his name?
Yeah.
What's his name?
What is his name? Because actually, he actually has like a bunch of wives too. Why can't I remember that guy's name?
Mundi or some shit like that.
Yes, Kiara Mundi. Exactly. Yeah, he's the one that's got the big forehead, little tussle of hair.
Oh, bitch ass.
But yeah, he's from a race that has like a bunch of wives too, and I don't get that at all. I'm like, you're a Jedi Master on the Council, and you're not supposed to have any sort of it, but they let him do it because of his race. I just think it's a bullshit workaround. But yeah, exactly. He was.
Listen,
let's break this religion for your religion.
It it is my racial cultural religion, okay, that I have 3 bad bitches and a blunt
Right?
every 12 hours, okay? It
Yeah,
is I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is
like
what I was traditionally raised in, sir. 3 bad bitches and a blunt, okay?
they're like, okay, checks out, no problem.
And the blunt.
Everybody else got
Oh my
motherfuckers going to the dark side because they can't get no,
Is that a bad joke? My bad.
no, it's no such a thing. But got all sorts of people going to the dark side, creating the empire, and we let this dude. Good old Star Wars.
That's why Yoda couldn't. That's why Yoda couldn't sense Palpatine, because he was over there force looking at some titties at Ben Almundi, whatever it is. What is his name?
Yeah,
What's his name?
Kiara Mundi.
Bitch
my
ass. That's what
God.
his name is.
Bitch.
Oh, bitch ass.
Bitch ass.
Yeah, he did Ahsoka wrong.
Bitch ass Jenkins. That's his name.
Bitch ass Jenkins. But yeah, he
That
helped,
guy. He
you
done
know.
fucked up more than once. I was
Yeah.
glad to see his ass die in fucking Attack of the Clone. No, he died in Order
Revenge of the
66, yeah.
Sith. Revenge of the Sith. Actually,
He
and
died
that's.
in Order to.
Do you remember how he died? Do you remember it was during Order 66? And when they shot him though, it was I don't know, it just looked like the silliest thing. Like he's literally just badass Jedi, but he's getting shot, and then he's just like, and he just falls.
Can't deflect none of that. Right, because you a bitch ass.
Oh, stop
You know
it.
who would have saved you? Ahsoka, but nah.
Yeah.
You go, fucking up the universe, Jedi. That's why I'm fucking with you.
So yeah, after all that, they're then like, okay, our bad. Would you like to become a Jedi again? We'd love to have you. And then she's like, nah, peace out. Peace out.
She's like, fuck you guys.
She's like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this shit.
Guys, I'm going home.
So yeah, I think she's completely justified. She's an awesome character. Love it. I'd like to see more of her though. I don't think we'll see that much more, but I hope I'm wrong.
I hope this is
think
Dawson's
about to
big
get
break.
a whole show. What you mean? Oh, ain't they doing that? They about to do a show.
I think so. Yeah, I'm sorry. As far as in this Mandalorian show, but yes, you're correct. We're gonna see her again. Absolutely.
You don't think so?
I think they will. With
You
how
don't think
they
Ahsoka's
will?
gonna come back? Come on, man. Come on, man. It's Star Wars, bro.
start Marvel weaving that shit in.
They're gonna be listen. They're gonna have to fight old boy and what's his name? Fucking
Gideon.
Darth fucking
Gideon and Grand Admiral Thrawn, which I thought that was interesting that she included the Grand Admiral Thrawn. So
I read some rumor too that there was a Sith that follows Thrawn around,
a Sith? No.
or maybe just a bad Jedi.
I don't think it's a Sith. It's like a Force
no,
user.
no.
It's heir to the Empire. It's been a while. I just remember that he strapped a Death Star laser on a Star Destroyer, and that was the big threat for a while. Which, of course, now in the movies, there's hundreds of Star Destroyers with Death
Giant
Star
fucking
lasers.
lasers.
So kind of takes away his shine.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Look what I got. Oh, look what we got.
Yeah. On Exegol. Well, I hate to have to bob and weave out of sad topics to awesome topics and back to a little sad one, but unfortunately, it looks like if your name is David and you've had something to do with geek culture, it just hasn't been a good time for you, because David Hemblin passes away at age 79. Who is that, you may ask? That is the X-Men animated series Magneto's voice actor. Very, very influential as far as how Magneto was portrayed in the movies.
Mhm.
So, we definitely have a lot to thank Mr. David Hemblin for, but just, wanted to make sure, I comment on that. Again, passed away at the age of 79. So another English actor, so we're gonna, so not a great,
Rest
not a
in
great
peace,
time.
guys.
Absolutely. Rest in peace there. And icon. I know they recently, like very recently, had a panel together. They actually got all the original voice actors back together at a panel,
A few
and
weeks ago, wasn't it?
it was just
pretty
a few
recent.
weeks ago, and that was MC. That panel was headed by Chandler from X Reed's podcast, who of course has been on the show before. So, it's only a couple degrees of separation there.
Right. And I think it was also based off of the rumors that they were trying to resurrect the show with Disney.
Right. Yep.
Which
Yes.
now it fucking sucks because we won't have Magneto's voice actor.
And you know what? They just need to do a new one anyway. I'll be honest. I mean, that's probably the most, unpopular take as far as X-Men the animated series goes. I would just like to see another really cool X-Men animated series. I don't know if I'd enjoy it.
Would you be against them introducing them into the MCU as an animated series?
Introducing them into the MCU as an animated series. So you're saying that the X-Men series would be animated, but it would reference and still be a part of...
Until they get to the plan of bringing them in the actual live action.
I don't know. I really don't know. I guess one... I mean, because I really don't want that.
Oh, of course not.
What I will accept, because understand this. Here's the problem with the X-Men in the MCU. The X-Men team that started it all is not popular. Okay? And actually, the series itself got canceled for like the last 20 or 30 issues. They literally just reprinted earlier issues and released it. That's why we got the giant size X-Men with Wolverine, Colossus, Nightcrawler, because they basically reinvented everything, and that's when the X-Men really took off. But even saying that, that first team is still important, especially since they exist in the newer popular team. So in my eyes, to give it proper homage, we need to see that all. So this is what I would accept at a minimum. If they did the first team animated, and then at giant size X-Men, boom, we're in the MCU. That way we can introduce... Actually, it won't even be giant size. It probably would go right to the 90s shit, so we can get Wolverine in there, Jean Grey, Cyclops, get all the ones that everybody loves, which it's all the ones from the X-Men animated series.
Whoever we get, Wolverine's going to be shoehorned in there.
That's where they could really win some points for me, is if they say, nope, here's Wolverine, but guess what? He's not the focus.
Keep him in there with Deadpool.
Do your fastball special. Make sure we get our shot of Wolverine getting really fucked up so we could see how good his healing factor is. Have him cuss, smoke a cigar, and look at Jean Grey's ass. All right, cool, you're done. Now but there's Ice Cube's chance in hell of that happening, because
I don't know. Looking at Feige, I mean, look what he did with Guardians of the Galaxy. I could see him taking a team that people don't give a shit about, really.
You're hilarious. I mean, you could do anything. You just make it good, man. That's all you gotta do. Just make it good. Just focus. Just have passion for it and have a good story. And well, like with Guardians of the Galaxy, get shit in there that you can laugh at. Chris Pratt. I mean,
I'm gonna need that guy's eye.
Yeah, Rocket Raccoon. If you make it good, it'll be okay.
That's the key.
Quality. That's all it is right there. All right. Well, hey, speaking of quality, so, the PS5's out, the new Xbox is out. We've had some time with it, a couple of weeks. And so when it comes to the debate of which one is better, and we heard from Volsker in a past show, I mean, he personally recommended the PS5. But the Xbox is actually, it has the more powerful hardware.
Pretty significant increase actually.
But yet, despite that, the PS5 is outperforming the Xbox. The main reason for this is developers did not get as much time with the new Xbox developing kit in comparison to how much they got with the PS5. So
I think that was July that they got it, so it was like 4 months before launch. And Sony, I think developers had it almost all year.
Right.
It's pretty that.
So we've seen why. I don't know what the reason behind that was. I don't know why it was withheld like that. I don't know what Xbox reasoning is, but it seems to have hurt them. Now this will change. They're gonna work on it.
Patches for days.
Patches. If you're into that sort of thing. But yeah, just thought that was kind of interesting. So despite, at least right now, current date, despite being the less powerful system, the PS5 is outperforming, and it is likely due because the developers just got more time.
That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we do, fam. I ain't even getting the game yet, fam. We already winning. You feel me? That's that's what Sony boys do.
Right.
They just win.
Funny thing, actually. So when Haley came over this weekend, she spent all weekend on the PlayStation 5 playing Spider-Man.
Right, see?
Mm-hmm.
Reeling them in.
She's like, teach me how to use a PlayStation. And I was like, why? She's like, I want to play Spider-Man. I'm like, so she literally all day Saturday, all morning she got up early. I found her downstairs. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
She's hooked. That's what it is. Yep. You know what it is. You're a gamer. You know what it's the only thing you can fucking think about.
Only thing she's done on the Xbox was Fortnite.
Yeah. I mean, that's traditionally how it's been. Like I got the Xbox first, in past generation, not this generation. Yeah, I ain't even in the game yet. But I got the Xbox first, and I did so because I had like friends that had already had it. You had already had it, and so it was like, oh, cool. I can play multiplayer on. And then I did eventually get a PS4, and that's when I played like all my like cool single player shit. God of War, Dragon Warrior, and it's not called that anymore, but anyway.
Dragon Quest,
Final Fantasy VII Remake, just all the good.
You guys are gonna yell at me, but God of War is sitting on my shelf still in the wrapper.
I cannot yell at you because I did not play that game till when I beat that game, it was recently, like maybe less than a year ago. Because I didn't. I was like,
didn't I get it for you?
I think you did actually, but I just didn't understand how do we go from God of War 3, and now how is he now fucking with the Norse gods? And then I played it and I got it. I got it.
I thought he got hurt or something and landed there and then just decided not to fuck with shit no more and
met that lady, his wife. Yeah, no, I mean that's essentially what happened. Like,
not to ruin it for Jelly,
he did the chitty bang bang, and boy,
it is great.
Boy,
yeah, and it's crazy too how they got him to come back to do that game, Corey, because he was he wasn't the main guy for 1, but then he headed 2 and 3. He left to work on the Tomb Raider reboot. That's when they did that shitty ass 4 Ascension type shit that they did where it was like Spartans and he didn't even really have his powers. Then they what do you want? Well, I want God of War. They threw everything at him to come back and he had total control. And that's what he pulls out.
Nice. Yeah.
That is fucking nuts. And that's why when it comes to exclusives and developers, Sony is the best.
Yeah.
Numero uno.
I'm going to have to give it to Sony.
And we're supposed to get the sequel next year.
I just wonder, is he going to go back to his... Because one of the things that threw me off about that game was, like, where's his Chaos Blades? But, you know, I started playing, okay, Leviathan Axe, that's cool. I like the whipping it out and getting it back. That's cool. That's fun.
That's what she said.
Ding.
But then, you know, like, sorry, Jelly. Then about, you know, halfway, he actually had them and puts them on. Like, yeah, I was like,
And the
shit,
meaning,
yeah.
though, like, it was insane. Like, I think that they took. He wasn't one dimensional, but we all knew who he was by 3. We knew who Kratos was. They literally pulled back a layer, created a whole new character, but one we already knew. So it was insane what they did with just making him fresh, but still having like that likability and knowing what his past was. And it's just made you like see his growth as a human.
Yeah.
Which was nuts.
Well, likability, that's the thing. I loved the God of War games, but liking Kratos is not... I didn't like him. I was just like, this dude's fucking cool. I get to fight all sorts of monsters. Sure, well, I mean, you sympathized with his original story and how he lost his family, but other than that, he was an a-hole. But, okay, but it's just not that sort of story. So you're right. To bring it down almost to a level where you can start to sympathize with him was actually a pretty darn good job.
Boy.
Yeah.
And you know, it wasn't the same voice actor either.
Yeah, he sounded good though. Boy. Yeah, that's how they save money. They're like, look, 50% of your dialogue.
That should be like the new Wazaa.
Right. Yeah.
Like, boy.
Yeah. Get into a Discord or something ready to play. Boy.
What's up, dude? Boy.
But yeah, that's how they save money.
That's where we're at. Listen. Anytime. Oh, I can't go on your stream anymore. Never mind. If I could go on your stream,
I stream on YouTube.
I would jump in there and say, boy.
Yeah.
Every time.
Just have a button so you can do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Voice.
Oh shit. That's what I'm about to do.
I know. I have some audio isolated of Jay that I love that I gotta... You'll probably never remember, but I have to play it for you sometime. But you're just like, that's not my shit, and I isolate it. I think it's the coolest fucking ever. You were talking about like, I don't like women. They're like this music. They're all spiritual. The sun, the moon, the stars. Like, I was just hilarious, and I have it. I captured it. That's not my shit.
I kind of remember.
That was hilarious. For sure.
Listen, I'm pretty sure that I had a good point to it too. Take it out of context.
I don't remember it, but I still enjoy it.
Indefinitely suspended.
But we got it. We got it.
Oh man! All right, I had to throw one joke in there, right?
Hey, all day. I know. I try not to like barrel over that stuff. Listen, I'm trying to get better. I'm a very task-oriented person. I have to watch this because I go and I got to get the task done. And yeah, sorry if I juggernaut over somebody because I'm just like my muscle memory's taking over. But anyway, all right. Well, we're just gonna follow up teensy a little bit of time here. Just a quick follow up, just on something that we talked about on the show before. We had talked about the rumors, of course, of Mads Mikkelsen replacing Johnny Depp as Grindelwald. So just really. Yeah, and all that fuckery, but it is happening and has been confirmed. So just wanted to circle back and make sure we say that that has become true. So there we go. Mads Mikkelsen officially announced.
Free Johnny Depp.
Yeah, at least he got paid. But yeah, that.
No, bring him in the MCU. We'll figure out something for him.
Oh yeah, for sure. They definitely have to do that. I'm surprised that hasn't happened already.
They should do a Pirates of the Caribbean and Avengers, crossover movie.
There you go.
God. That got like the X-Men and Spider-Man in it all together.
All together.
Civil War 3.
Civil War 3, yeah.
with my
The
rum.
pirate's booty.
Quest for Pirate's Booty.
That sounds like a porn.
And he can,
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that. Oh my god.
I'm
Internet
sure, you
rule
know,
34.
Yep,
I'm gonna Google that.
yep. Oh, you know it. Come on. You know that's happening.
Nope, we got to make it now. Or somebody's got to make it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and, help you Wednesday Warriors understand what is coming out this Wednesday at your local comic book shop.
What'd you find, Jelly?
Yeah, what we
Stop,
get?
man.
Yeah.
The
Oh, you
first
found
thing
some
that
stuff?
actually
Oh.
pops up is from Borderlands.
Borderland?
Oh.
Pirate's
Yep,
Booty?
Did you put Internet Rule 34 or something?
No, it's apparently a mission.
Pirates
It's a porn
booty.
mission?
It's apparently a mission in Ratchet and Clank too. Quest for booty. Quest for her booty.
Oh, I see
Oh,
what you were
so
saying.
The
Okay.
booty.
the booty trope making
Yeah.
its rounds.
Now somebody's got to make a porn of it.
Yeah.
We'll do plus adult.
Yeah.
She's really doing this.
I'm done now.
I'm just happy that she's happy. It's all good. Well, for those of you interested in going to your local comic book shop, so let's go ahead and just see what's coming out for you guys. So Boom Studios, we've got Firefly number 23. We've got a Mighty Morphin number 2 coming out. Origins number 2. Second printings of Power Rangers number 1. Red Mother number 11. Seven Secrets number 5. As far as Dark Horse goes, we do have some Witcher stuff coming out. Not sure why that's under Dark Horse. It's talking about keychains and shit, but I know you like Witcher, and so you want some Witcher 3 stuff, Volsker? There you go.
That's who did those statues.
Yeah. So we got Bill and Ted Are Doomed number 4 from Dark Horse. Alien Original Screenplay number 5 for those interested. Cyberpunk 2077 Trauma Team number 4. Neil Gaiman North Mythology number 3 for you North Mythology fans. Resident Alien Your Ride's Here number 2. And that's pretty much that.
Your ride's here.
IDW, the comic book history of animation number 1, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero number 276, Goosebumps, Secret of the Swamp number 3, Lock and Key, Sandman, Hell and Gone number 0, say that 3 times fast, Marvel Action Chillers number 3, Scarant Hood number 2, Sleeping Beauties number 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ongoing number 112. Last Ronin is getting a second printing. Transformers number 5. And then Transformers Back to the Future number 2. And then, who do you think, Volsker? Who do you think's got something coming out today?
Oh my god, are you serious again?
You Sagi Yojimbo number 15.
Oh my god.
Image has got crossover number 2, Getting It Together number 3, Homesick Pilots number 1, Postal Night Shift which is a one shot, and then Savage Dragon number 252 is getting a third printing, number 253 is getting a second printing. Marvel Comics, Amazing Spider-Man number 54, Avengers number 39, Captain Marvel number 24, Conan the Barbarian number 17. Giant Size X-Men by Jonathan Hickman tradeback. For those interested, Guardians of the Galaxy number 1, Heroes at Home number 1, Juggernaut number 4. Actually, just got to read Juggernaut number 3. Very good. King in Black, Namor #1. Interesting. I may need to call Eric. Marauders, number 16. Rise of Ultraman, number 4. Spider-Man, number 5. Star Wars, number 9. Strange Academy, number 6. Sword, number 1. And Venom, number 31. King in Black.
Interesting. So they're bringing Namor into the Null series going on then.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they are bringing everything here.
Isn't he supposed to be like beastly fucking powerful?
Oh yeah, Namor is crazy powerful, but I mean he's not like Omega level or nothing. But I mean, we're talking about Aquaman basically. I think he's a little bit better than Aquaman, but yeah, he's
I mean, he's part of the Illuminati, so I mean,
right,
exactly.
exactly. And this list doesn't have DC, and I don't exactly find myself caring.
Aquaman a bitch too, just like Batman. The whole crew, is bitch made.
I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. The whole Justice
You want
League.
DC?
Yeah, go for it.
So we're talking about, is it the second? Yep. So coming out DC, so per Comics R Go, we have Batman 104, Batman and Catwoman #1. Really cool thing about that, this is actually the original ending to the Tom King Batman run before he got fired and James Tynion took over. So he took that ending and they're releasing it separately. Batman The Adventures continue. DC Classics The Batman Avengers #7. Deceased Dead Planet #6 out of 7. Dreaming Waking Hours #5. Far Sector #9 out of 12. Justice League Endless Winter 1 out of 2. Metal Man 12 out of 12. Strange Adventure 7 out of 12. Tales from the Dark Multiverse Wonder Woman War of the Gods #1.
All right, I think I'm going to make you start doing that from now on, since you're kind of the closest thing we have to a DC guy.
I get Comic Argo's email every week, so.
Nice. I think I do too. I just am lazy. I used to have this one really good site, and then it just kind of stopped working. I don't know what that's all about. But there you go, guys. That is what is coming out of note at your local comic book shop. So please make sure, go visit them, have them build you a file if you don't have one already. It's a great place to hang out. Now, I don't know, during pandemic, I don't know how much hanging out is cool, but it will be. It will be again.
Unless it's porn, you shouldn't be hanging out.
Right. All right, so now we're just gonna find out just what everyone's been doing nerdy wise, But you may notice that we didn't introduce each other at the front of the show there, and this is really the time of the podcast where it's for the real ones, for those that are really, really invested. So thank you for being here this late in the show. But yeah, let's see what everyone's just been nerdy with. So Jelly, what you been doing nerdy? How you been spending your nerdy time?
Well, with Thanksgiving going on, a lot of the time went to family. So instead of really streaming this week, I played Ark with the kids. So we were taming dinosaurs and shit. There's a lot of sales going on right now. So last night, me and Hubs ended up picking up Resident Evil 6 to play the co-op together. And we were up till like 3 o'clock in the morning playing that. We were trying to play a couple other games, but like they just weren't loading. Like on Game Pass, a Medium or something like that was supposed to be co-op or something of that sort. And I downloaded it multiple times and even uninstalled it. And it would load and then it would go to a black screen. I'm like,
Man of Medan?
Yeah.
Thanks. Maybe that's it. I don't know.
The horror game?
The horror? What are you talking about?
It's a survivor horror where the
horror. I thought you said horror.
Horror.
Where was these man going at?
Oh my god.
But then, like, Thursday, I went and seen a couple family members. And then Saturday, I cooked myself. So it was kind of like second Thanksgiving. I need all my leftovers for home because y'all didn't send me home with any leftovers, so I had to make my own leftovers. But really, we played this really cool tabletop game. It's Connect 4, you drop the little doober dabs in it. Instead, it's a card game. And we played it with the 4 of us. And it was interesting. My daughter cheated, but I liked it. It was a good game.
My daughter. Sorry, that threw me off guard.
Totally random comment. There's a Monopoly version that's actually called Monopoly Cheaters, and the purpose is trying to cheat to win.
Man.
I mean, I have like 87 or something board games. I like board games.
Nice.
Shit.
Do you have like any of the D&D light board games? Like I think one's called like Dragon Quest, or do you have any of those by chance? No, I used to like playing those. But,
but she can kick your ass in Magic.
I imagine. I don't think my card collection is quite
extensive. I mean, if you go back like 25 years.
Yeah, they make that shit illegal. That's the problem. That's actually what got me out of Magic. One of my favorite cards was deemed like illegal and too old, and I'm just like, okay, I can't do this. I can't spend thousands of dollars just because they want to come out with whole new sets, and it kills everybody
in its time. But you got to be fair to new players.
New sets come out like every quarter.
Yeah, I can't even get with it.
They did that shit with Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh too back in the day. It's like
they do it. They do it with every card game. It's how it makes money.
There are Bob Ross lands coming out soon.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
Didn't they have like a crossover with like My Little Pony or some shit too? It was like some weird like.
Not that
the ones that had a bunch of Godzilla alternate art.
Awesome. Let's get some happy
Hubs was so mad that Mecha Godzilla was Japanese only for a while. He's like, "That's the card I want."
Oh, you
want? Of course, it was a box topper too. I'm like, I'm not buying you a box.
What about you, Jay? What you been doing, nerdy wise?
I've been trying to play Final Fantasy VIII, and I've been wanting to play Final Fantasy VIII with y'all. But we'll have to do that soon, somewhere else. I watched this this anime, Promised Neverland. It's good. I watched that. Haven't. Good.
Cool.
Mando, of course.
Yes.
Waking up early to watch it. Like a nerdy weirdo. Yeah, that's really about it. Kind of been working and busy, so haven't really been using the time that I've had to treat myself. So probably get back to that. And like I said, I want to play Final Fantasy VIII soon, especially with someone who needs to learn about it.
Learn them junctions, huh?
Oh, and I'm sorry, I forgot one nerdy thing that I did. I watched you play Final Fantasy VI as long as I could. Like I fell asleep. So I do this thing where like when I'm like chilling, but I'm like at my desk, I like rest my head on the microphone like this.
Oh.
And like I watched you play Final Fantasy VI as long as I could, and I fell asleep like this.
Yeah.
Get up.
You like wake up like, damn. Oh my god.
I know.
Put you on the middle screen, and you were my go to sleep show.
All right.
So cute.
Final Fantasy 6, that was great. I enjoyed it. That's my
The
favorite. That's my
sweet
favorite
voice
one.
of D Square.
Right. No, I mean, if the sweet voice of D Square with the repetitive Final Fantasy 6 music that just is seared into my soul. Man.
I still love it though. I really do. But you're right, it's repetitive, but I don't know. I think it's
Are you
fucking
using
awesome.
a guide?
I am, and I'm actually
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'll talk about it during my time, but yes, I am. I'm gonna try and 100% it. What about you, Volsker? I actually think I skipped you next week, by the way. Sorry, or last week. Sorry
Last
about
week.
that.
Oh yeah, it's all good.
Again, I just got in
honestly,
that task mode. I just gotta go. You know.
I haven't really been doing too much this week. I was really kind of thrown off with having to work mornings, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like for the life of me, I had to fucking be at work on Wednesday at 6:30 in the morning.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I was like just out of it the last couple days trying to get back my schedule.
Yeah.
I did finish Spider-Man, which is awesome.
Nice.
Fucking loved it. I really, really cannot wait for them to do another full-length one because what they're building is just awesome. Insomniac is just great as developers. Mando, of course. I made sure once Haley got here, we watched both last week's and this week's together.
Cool.
Haley and your wife and child were getting me to play Among Us last night.
Yeah.
So that was interesting to see what that was all about. Yeah. I got banned from the server permanently for my first game, so that was fun.
We're brothers.
Yeah. Don't put in the chat Ron touched me when he's the one that was the killer. So
okay.
Them's the rules.
Other than that, just watching a bunch of just BS movies and stuff. I did pick up I finished, was it Batman Volume 7? So I'm 3 volumes shy of actually being fully caught up from the original Tom King run up to where I got with City of Bane. So that's gonna be cool.
That started with the Rebirth shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, as far as D Square, I finished Dragon Ball Super.
What do you think?
I love it. I wonder if it's
you spam that shit. All right, go ahead.
Well, it was great. It was fucking awesome. And we'll talk about this more, I guess, when we talk about X of Swords, but I kind of think the fact that I watched this awesome Tournament of Power alongside of this X of Swords tournament, and I'm just like, how did you fuck this up? Anyway, but yeah, because the Tournament of Power was just fucking cool. I mean, it was just all the way. Spoiler alert, I would have never have guessed that Android 17 would be the last one standing. But yeah, no, it was just, I'm amazed at how well they're just, able to revive this shit. Frieza's running around still, and he didn't front at all. He's like, I'm Frieza, bitch. I'm
and
around.
Now you see where in the beginning of the Broly movie why Frieza's stuck like that.
Right, exactly. But I wonder if it's coming back. I know the manga has continued, but boy, the way that all ended was, I mean, I guess it was open-ended, but I don't know.
I think it's the same way the manga ends, so I think there is like a whole nother section they wrote right into the story.
Yeah, there's a whole new shit. This shit is going down right now. I gotta read it myself, but I know somebody who reads it and he'd be like, it's going down.
Damn.
So it must be going down.
It's the space pirate shit and all that. Like I've heard bits and pieces.
Yeah.
That's like the beginning part, but like, yeah, that part's kind of cool too. But I read that. I read through at least that part. But see, that's the thing. I was so hype in the beginning. like I was waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm like, I'm gonna let it catch up. So I've been letting it letting it, go. When I read it, I get to, spend the time.
Right.
But you really spam them episodes, bro. That's pretty impressive.
Was it worth it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm so glad because now I can actually be in the DBZ Dragon Ball Club again. Knowing what's up now with everything. There's a lot of cool videos, that I've watched of cool shit that happened in the show that now I absolutely understand, what the fuck was going down. So yeah, no, it was, and I did. I
you
watched.
mean like the Kamehameha surf? Yeah, that was dope.
Jay, that's what I was gonna fucking say. I was like, when he fucking used Ultra Instinct, you did, and he flipped around and hit that bitch right in the face. I was like, ooh, ooh.
And they finally did Gohan some justice.
That's hilarious.
Yes, exactly. Because at first, as I'm watching that, I'm like, why are they making Gohan a bitch? But then, then it
Did you see
happens.
that episode I was talking about where he challenges his dad and he goes all out? I was like,
yeah.
All right, finally we actually have fucking Gohan again.
I mean, he know what he is. He's just trying to, bust nuts and read books right now. Okay, can he just get a little nut off and then make and then read some books with his family? Can he do that?
Hey, reading books is, not bad, especially if you're
not.
reading some smutty ones.
I mean, you could be like your own dad, which is
Yeah.
Goku. You could be like that motherfucker. That's not Father of the Year candidate.
No, didn't you know Piccolo's his real father?
Exactly.
Honorable mention, none of that. He's
Nothing.
not one of those things.
There's never a question, when someone asks Goku, hey, would you like to abandon your family and go train? The answer, yes, I would. And that's another thing that I kind of like about this series is, okay, Vegeta, that's my favorite. Ends in second place still, but, and this is kind of weird, unexpected, he's a way better father than Goku. He really went through some cool development where you're like Vegeta.
I never kind of really doubted that Vegeta was going to be a good father. When it happened, I just wasn't expecting it to be Bulma.
Yeah.
That kinda caught me.
Yeah, because I mean, his father was actually a really good father to him as well.
Yeah, well, just to see him, give me that baby. This, I was like, what the fuck? Okay, all right. No, I'm not gonna go train Kakarot. Oh, I thought, okay. But yeah, so no, loved it, totally worth it. No, I know I'm a bit long-winded on that one, but it was.
You know who they shit on though? I will say this was Goten and Trunks.
Yeah, they need to. They OP motherfuckers way too goddamn much.
Yeah, I agree with Jay there. The fact that those two characters were boom, boom, Super Saiyan, and then oh look, we confuse, and then oh Super Saiyan 3. It's so I don't know. I'm good with. You're actually fucking kids, and you need to chill the fuck out and let the grown people. So I was good. I was good with that.
That was funny.
Other than that, I've been doing speed runs. I've got down to 14 minutes and 48 seconds on Star Fox.
Oh shit!
Is that game really only 15 minutes long?
If you're a speed runner. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can.
Is there like an exploit or something?
There is. You can, in the second stage, you can hit a warp that'll take you to the black hole. And the black hole, it's got 3 different exits, and you can actually warp to different, parts of the maps or whatnot.
Sounds like a good black hole.
But yeah, well, I did a song. I did a black hole song that I sung while I was hitting it one day. But anyway, so yeah, there is kind of a time exploit where if you go in that black hole and you exit in the 3rd ring, it'll take you all the way to the last stage. And so you can get to the last stage with actually only fighting one boss character.
Oh, fuck.
But you got to boost anytime the boost is ready, boost.
So like the trick to Star Fox isn't necessarily mastering Star Fox. It's just mastering the 3 levels you about to do.
Mastering the black hole.
Yeah, mastering the black. Yeah, I mean, you don't even have to worry about energy. Yeah, you don't even have to worry about energy. You just got to go fast. I mean, you got to stay alive. I don't know. Try it out. What?
Are we talking about Star Fox or a porn here? Like...
Yeah, I know. As I was talking, I'm like, okay, double entendre number 2. Yeah.
You don't have to worry about energy. Just don't die.
But it's fun.
I'm
it's fun.
Coming for you.
And it's quick,
you know what, Holsker? I just got your third whole joke now. It just literally hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at that point.
Yeah.
I just wow. That was like
sneaks
5
up on
later,
you.
but, yeah.
And other than that, like, I haven't been doing quite as much Mega Man because that's an hour long, like, and that's if I do good. So it's actually really kind of fun to do a really quick game like that you can. But other than that, so as Jay said, Final Fantasy VI. Although I'm going to start over. Because
again.
Yeah, well, the other time was because I was just fucking tired and fucked up, and I'm like, fuck this. But this time,
it just start over again.
Well, because I want the complete game to be on YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube now, so
okay.
I want it.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, so you are gonna stream on YouTube? Dope.
Yeah, I don't Twitch. I mean, I'm not saying I'll never do it on Twitch, but I
don't do it on Twitch. You'll get banned.
I mean, I don't know.
I can't even watch it.
There's your exit to your channel. Be like, fuck you, Twitch.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck you. Yeah, I don't know if I'm never gonna do it again, but I just, I got no problem with streaming on YouTube at all. So, and yeah, fuck. I don't know, man. I'm a 40-year-old dude on Twitch. I get it. It's probably not happening for me, but I don't know.
Unless it's jailbait.
Yeah.
No, we about the 100. Listen, you playing my favorite and I'm playing your least favorite. I'll show you what's up with this one because I need to 100% it too.
Yeah.
I want to get all the platinum trophies.
That shit.
I want to get the platinum trophy.
Well, you know me, man. I work here at home, right next to my personal computer. I can lurk all day. So, or I even lurk. I usually have it on in the background. I gotta look at like 3 other screens for my job. Okay, that's what my day looks like.
And a lot of screens.
Yeah,
I got a lot of screens, so I guess I'm
actually trying to convince my work to give me a better laptop so I can hook up another. We'll see how that goes. Okay.
Splitter.
Yeah. Or convince them to buy it because it's for them.
You want me to do my job good? Buy me shit.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm grateful to be working at home permanently and not anyone that has a team anymore, so I don't have to deal with anyone else's shit but mine. I'm enjoying it. Very much so.
Must be nice.
Absolutely. Well, I do enjoy, and I also, of course, enjoy talking with these great Omega level nerds, but all good things must come to an end. So here we go, guys. We are at the end of the show. Thank you, everyone who has joined us on our new YouTube home. I sincerely appreciate that. And when you're not watching the Omega Level Nerds on YouTube, you can, of course, go to Podbean or Apple Podcast app if you want the audio version. If YouTube can't be done right now, you're at work. That's what I used to do with podcasts. When I was at work, at my desk, I can't have a YouTube playing on my phone on my desk, but I can have a podcast going. So that's pretty much why I do what I do. So, hey, check us out. Other than that, guys, so let's just make sure we know where you can catch us when you're not listening or watching the Omega Level Nerds show. Jelly, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram at J3LLI3ROC, and then you can find me on YouTube, Twitch at Jelly Rose, and you can find me at jellyrose.blogspot.com. As you can see, all these lovely thingies
Yes, you
going in the corner.
Yes, you got
I need one
the
of those.
I
yeah,
need
that is
those. They're
cool.
cute.
Yeah, we're lucky to have Jelly. All right, and of course, J100, buddy, where we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at J100. I'm streaming now on YouTube, 100 TV. That's youtube.com/J100 TV. Gonna play. I don't know when, to be honest with you, because it's the end of the month, so that means it's about to be the beginning of the month, and my days off are the first 2 days of the month, and I don't think it would be smart. One, just paycheck wise, and then two, like being a new guy wise, to start the beginning of the month at home. So I'm gonna work. So I'm not streaming because of the situation per se. I'm not streaming because I'm gonna be busy. I might be on and try to kick it for a little bit one of these days. And I'll be playing Final Fantasy 8 when I do. Uh, but yeah, I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna start this. I gotta find a beard barber. That's why I'm letting it go right now. That's why I look like a grizzly bear. Um, I need to find a beard barber and a someone to do my hair. I need to set an appointment. But once I do, I'm gonna start my John from North Coast Auto Mall Instagram. And I don't want to mix the worlds together, but particularly for you guys since you live in Ohio, tell your friends, tell your wives, tell your kids, 'cause I'm selling cars around here. And then I'm gonna have like all my customer appreciation posts and how cute I look when I go to work. Jelly. Yeah. And I'll be here on Sunday nights. Nerd 30. Omega level nerds. You know how it goes.
Yeah, for sure. When we do get our flex paid off, we're gonna want another truck. So yeah, we'll be hitting you up. Unfortunately, I just bought a truck like a couple months ago. You weren't in the biz yet, but I would have definitely had you on the prowl. All right, and Volsker, where do we find you, sir?
Yeah, you guys can check me out on YouTube. Still not special enough with my 6,500 views, so just type in Volsker and you can find one of my numerous videos. Outside of that, then you can at Volsker on Twitter. I am Volsker on Instagram. Technically twitch.tv/Volsker whenever that something comes out of that, unless I decide to change to or whatever. But the more important one, every Sunday night, getting hot and nerdy with the Omega level nerds.
Yes, 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 indeed. Absolutely, guys. Make sure, if you aren't already, you are following us on Twitter at Omega Level Nerds. We also, of course, have a link to our YouTube there. For those of you hearing this on one of the podcast apps and do wish to find us on YouTube and watch us there, just go to the at Omega Level Nerds Twitter there. You'll see the link. We don't have a cool URL yet. We just started, but we're making good ground but could still use a ton of help. So please go to Twitter, follow us there at Omega Level Nerds, follow that link, and subscribe. And of course, get that notification bell going there too. That would help us out tremendously. Thank you so very much. As always, peace and love. And we'll talk to you again soon.
Balls deep.
All right, all right. Cool. I could probably play like Final
So
Fantasy.
now, if you will.